Did you enjoy that more than Drag Race?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like Drag Race is pretty.
No,
It's pretty
I'm
traumatic.
very grateful. Let me say that I'm very grateful for the opportunity that Drag Race has provided, but I want to be my own story director.
Make sure to vote.
You Brita vote, bitch.
You Brita vote, bitch.
Well, I wanted to audition for Drag Race because I like money and I knew that I would start making commas in my bank account. I mean, listen, it was nice. It was very nice to have all the New York City girls there. Except for one.
Which one?
Cherry Pie.
Hello, this is Miss Fiercelicious with Queen Labs Network, and you're watching Drag Financial. Today's guest is the New York City staple and former contestant on season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race. She is known for her impeccably tailored outfits and elaborate show numbers. This queen has been seen everywhere, from Saturday Night Live with Katy Perry to The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. And now she's here with us. Welcome the Jennifer Holliday of drag, the one and only Brita Filter. Hi, Brita. How are you doing today?
Oh my God, I'm so good. It's the morning. I woke up at 7. I look stunning.
You do.
You know, I'm just grateful that I don't have my dick in my ass yet.
Yeah, girl, I'm still sitting here, but I'm still tucked, so professional.
Look at that. Listen, I ain't putting it on until I have to, honey.
Yes, we love that. So how's life been with you? What's new with you?
You know, living the dream here in the NY City.
Yes.
You know, just surviving.
Yeah, as we all are.
I'm working on a bunch of new projects, and I started writing. I'm writing a play.
Oh, amazing.
So
Can I star in it?
Combine drag and theater.
Cute, we love that. Can I star in your play?
Oh my God! Actually, there is. Yeah, I'm writing the little. It's the fucking Ursula version of the Little Mermaid. Baby, you can be the little motherfucking mermaid.
Okay, cute. We love that. I'm already here in my wet look. Like,
Oh, I see it, girl. You're shiny, shimmering, splendid. I see
Yes.
that oil on that body,
yes,
honey.
she's glistening. So, Brita, you had made a name for yourself before even stepping on Drag Race. Everyone knew you as a fixture of the New York City nightlife, but you also landed a spot on Fusion TV's Shade Queens of NYC. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I was very grateful to be on a reality show before Drag Race. I actually liked it a lot better because it actually told the true story of like a queen working in the city, the hustle and bustle, and I mean, it followed like my real life. So it was really nice. My family was in it. There was, it was a beautiful show. We were actually set to get a second season, and then, you know, shit happens.
Yeah.
But it was a really amazing experience. If anyone wants to get into it, it's look it up on YouTube, and there's like tons of clips. It's fun. I loved it.
All right, I'll check it out. Did you enjoy that more than Drag Race?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, come on, like Drag Race is pretty.
No,
it's pretty traumatic.
I'm very grateful. Let me say that I'm very grateful for the opportunity that Drag Race has provided, but I want to be my own story director.
Of course, yes. We all want to be the lead director. A lot of queens use Drag Race as a stepping stone for launching their careers, but you already had accolades to your name. Can you talk about earning the title of Entertainer of the Year? What does it take you to earn such a highly coveted award?
It's the Glam Awards, which are the New York City Nightlife Awards. I was very grateful to win Entertainer of the Year. You know, it's probably the thing that means the most to me out of my entire career, because it's voted on by my peers in nightlife, and you have to be working in nightlife in order to vote for it. So it truly just, it honestly means the world. And people who won it previously, it was before I was even on Drag Race, and like Bob and Bianca and everyone who won previously before me were already on Drag Race. And I was like, baby, I ain't even on the show yet. And here I am snatching up trophies.
They won the award after they got on Drag Race.
I mean, our timelines are different, but they won before me.
Right.
when they were on Drag Race.
Okay. Got it. Britta, we can't forget you also as a co-chair on Drag Out the Vote, which is a nonprofit that helps register voters in critical elections, and you're doing this all while wearing a wig. Your organization is crucial, especially with the political climate surrounding drag. Can you go into how the organization started and what they are doing today?
Yes, I am the national co-chair of Drag Out the Vote, and it's so important and it's so amazing because what we do is we use our art and our activism of drag to really get the word out for people to go and vote. You know, when I first started with them during the last presidential election, only one out of 5 LGBTQ plus people were registered to vote, and so that's, baby, 1 out of 5. That's a lot of motherfuckers. So I decided to, join forces with them to get bitches registered to vote. Listen, with all this anti-drag legislation that's happening, we have to be at the forefront. And you know what? Honestly, I think it needs to happen to wake people up to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Because they said that the local elections don't matter. Bitch, now they're taking away your goddamn rights, sis. So right now what we're doing is we're getting together a bunch of different drag queens in different states, our drag ambassadors, and we're giving them info and things to go out into their community to get people registered and to make sure that we slay at the motherfucking polls, baby.
Absolutely, that's amazing. Make sure to vote.
You Brita vote, bitch.
You Brita vote, bitch. Why did you decide to audition for Drag Race?
Well, I wanted to audition for Drag Race because I like money, and I knew that I would start making commas in my bank account once I auditioned. So I was like, oh my God, let's do it. No, but seriously, it was truly, I felt like it was like the next step in my career. Like I already won everything, so I might as well try and win this.
Right. I mean, you already made such a big name for yourself in New York City, so like, why not take over the world?
I mean, I'm very modest.
Yeah, I can see that. How many times did you audition for Drag Race before you got on?
Once.
Oh, really?
Yup, just one. Thank God, because fuck that video, girl.
It's a long process, I know.
Oh, girl, that took so much life out of me.
I know.
I only auditioned once, thank God.
That's amazing, congrats. That's not easy to do.
One and done.
Period. Now, can you tell us what was going through your mind while preparing your tape for the competition? What were all the requirements asked of you? We're breaking a little NDAs here.
Yeah, I mean, when it was really important for me to show who I was, who the person underneath the drag was. I think that's what they're looking for in the tape. Right. Actually, I know that's what they're looking for in the tape. I mean, everyone can do drag, especially now, but like, what is the person behind the drag and what makes you special and different? Because they have to create a story around you. So right. I really made sure to show who I am, who I really am, and not this like giant facade of who Brita is. Yeah, we're like 2 different characters, but Brita's more heightened, but like all of my life experiences I put into Brita. So right. It was really important for me to show that, and to, they ask you for a lot of fashion. They ask you for a lot of fashion. And I know that when you audition, you're only allowed to use one look once. You can't use it again in the audition tape. So yeah, I was very lucky that I didn't audition before, and I had all these looks that mama built up.
Oh wait, so in the previous tapes you can't use the same looks again?
No,
Really?
No, it said it in the little.
The girls ever have to make new looks? That's wild. In Canada it's different. So they have to get like new looks every year to audition.
Yeah.
That's wild. How long did it take you to prepare your package for the competition?
I think I had 3 weeks. It was actually more like 2.5.
Really?
Yeah, 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks, 30 looks.
Do you guys just normally get 3 weeks?
No, they usually get 2.
Wow, that's wild.
I know people who have had a lot less time than I did. I mean, I was lucky to have 3, 2.5. I don't know why I say 2.5 is like 2.5 is probably what I tell people, but it was really 3.
That's insane. And in Canada, we get like, I think like almost 5 weeks to get ready.
I mean, I remember when I got the call. It was World Pride here in New York City, and I literally was in rehearsals with, it was me, Jan, Shangela. We were rehearsing for this giant World Pride gig, and Jan, before she got into rehearsal, like just got the call, and then I got a call, and she looked at me and she was like. And I was like, oh my God.
They knew. I love that. Were you and Jen close like before the season?
Oh, yeah. Jen and I were besties.
Nice. Must be nice to have like a friend there in the competition with you.
I mean, listen, it was nice. It was very nice to have all the New York City girls there. Except for one.
Which one?
Sherry Pie.
I forgot about her. She was on your season, right? Yeah.
Listen, I don't say any bad. I wish her all the best, but she fucked with my shit.
She fucked with everyone's shit. And what was the hardest part of the preparation? Were there any financial strains? Because you had stiff competition in the runway category.
Oh my God. First, I'm gagged that you say that I had stiff competition in the runway category, because that makes me feel so good, because I don't feel like I'm like a fashion queen. So
no, your looks were amazing.
And the oh yeah, financially, girl, listen, I was borrowing money here, left, right, everywhere, in between. Drag Race cost more than I spent on my entire 6 years of college. Mm-hmm. And that's with the dorm included. Mm-hmm. It was expensive.
Yeah, drag's not cheap.
But like, also, I realized that I didn't need to spend all that money. Because I was like, I have to bring all brand new stuff. And then here comes Gigi Goode walking in with like everything that I saw on Instagram before they took away my phone.
Really?
I was like, well, not everything, but I was like, you're such a smart fucking bitch.
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Do you believe your local drag scene helped you get access to top designers? I mean, you do come from New York.
I mean, yeah, no, I definitely. I mean, there's so many people here. There's 7.5 million people here. So there was a big old pot to choose from. But you know, I feel like as my career progressed, I started to befriend a lot of designers. And, you know, I knew that like Drag Race was something that I wanted to do. So it was definitely something that I made sure that I made a point of doing, was to, you know, get to know other designers and work with other designers. I feel like a lot of times, especially now, you know, there's times where I'm afraid to do stuff, and I have to tell myself like, bitch, you got this. Like, you did it before. You've made friends with these people, and you've also like, sometimes I'm afraid to reach out, and it never hurts to ask. And almost all the times that I did reach out to people, even famous individuals, they were like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So never be afraid to ask, y'all.
You heard it here first. What advice would you give queens who might not have access to top tier designers in their area?
Travel. No.
No, but actually.
You know, yeah, I'm sure that they got on because they used the drag that they had. They want to see you and what you do. And they didn't hire you because you're working with top tier designers. They like brought you on because they want to hear about your authentic story. Right. So truly, I think if you auditioned with the stuff that you use, then use those same individuals. Or if you're a sickening motherfucker who knows how to sew that shit up. Because I mean, we all know.
Yeah, no, same girl. We're in the same boat. Another issue queens never talk about is the cost of actually storing all your garments. Can you get into that?
Yeah, I actually have all my Drag Race stuff stored and packaged, and it's all in another room. So I'm very lucky to have a 5-bedroom apartment in New York City.
I'm coming over, girl.
Yeah, listen, honey, I ain't never moving from this place. This shit is rent stabilized. So I'm very lucky to have a big apartment where I can store things. But usually, listen, some of those apartments downtown, they are so small, and I don't even know how people like live in it. I mean, I do
know.
like live in my fucking drag closet, but like there's another closet on top of this closet.
Right. I know. I just visited New York recently, and the hotel I was staying at, like the room was like literally like the size of a closet. I don't know how y'all do it.
The size of a thumb.
Yeah, miss them. You were the first contestant of Polynesian descent to compete. Was there ever a burden carrying the load of that representation all by yourself?
It was never a burden. I was very excited, to represent my community. And, I really honestly I wasn't really proud of my Polynesian heritage growing up because I didn't get along with my dad. And, we separated ways when I was very young, and then coming back together later on in life. But I like had such animosity toward my dad. And since my dad is Tongan, Polynesian, I didn't embrace that. But once I got on Drag Race and to see, other people say that it is so amazing to see someone that looks like me that's queer, because I didn't have anyone that looked like me when I was growing up to be like, oh my God, I want to be that when I grow up. I mean, I had The Rock, but like, he's great. And like, yeah. I'm giving you fucking cunt.
Yes, you are. How do you feel watching someone like Sasha Colby, who's also of Polynesian descent, dominate the competition? Has her journey in competition made you proud?
Oh my God, of course. I'm so excited and grateful for Sasha Colby. Like, not only is she a fucking trans icon, but like a Hawaiian princess. I'm so happy that she won. I truly think no one else would have done better. She is such a light in my eyes, and I've looked up to her ever since before I started drag. So I'm so proud. I'm so proud of her. She better fucking get it.
She will. She's an icon after all. What's something you didn't know before going into the competition, and what would you do differently now that you know?
I would stop trying to play the game in my head. I was like, oh my God, I need to do this, or I need to do this. Baby, just live in the experience. Because those who just lived in the experience and let it happen went very far. And so that's one thing I would change. And I don't think I would spend so much money. Because I didn't know that there was a pandemic coming along. So all my bookings got canceled, and I had like all this debt, and I thought that it would like change my life and my career, but I was at home doing Zoom shows like I am right now.
The good old days. Now we're back here on Zoom again, right?
Trigger!
Nothing's changed. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with our weekly content. And don't forget to hit the like button and leave us a comment below to let us know who you want to see next. And if you want early or exclusive content, make sure to support us here. Now click here to see the next part of our interview.